Yo, what up guys, Slow-Mo Backslap here, slapping with another video, and today we're going to talk about this interview that Phil Spencer did with the gaming publication called Game Reactor. And so Phil Spencer did this interview and he spoke about a lot of different things, many of which I'm going to discuss throughout the week. But the main one I wanted to touch on right now is his elaboration of the Bethesda acquisition. So to go back to the announcement back a day before the pre-orders for the Xbox Series X and S went live, they announced that they were acquiring ZeniMax Media, which is the parent company for Bethesda Softworks and all of the other 8 smaller developers that Bethesda owns and publishes games for. Now, previously, I have made a video talking about how this benefits the Xbox ecosystem in terms of technology, about how tech can now be used by the other developers and it being a really good game engine for game development, as well as talking about Orion, which is middleware that Bethesda has developed, which can compress data in a way for cloud gaming that will allow 4K and 60 frames per second gaming for potentially xCloud. But what the main question has been for so long since this announcement has been made is that, are the Bethesda developed and published games going to only be within the Xbox ecosystem? Are these games not going to the Sony PlayStation anymore, or the Nintendo Switch, or Google Stadia, or whatever other platform that isn't an Xbox or a PC? Well, Phil elaborates on this and he says something that I assumed not too long after this announcement was made. He says, first of all, I would like to say that we haven't acquired ZeniMax. We have announced our intention to acquire ZeniMax. It is going through regulatory approval and we don't see any issues there. We expect early in 2021 the deal will close, but I say that because I want people to know I'm not sitting down with Todd Howard and Robert Altman and planning their future, because I'm currently not allowed to do that. That would be illegal. Your question is completely inbound, but I get a lot of questions right now. Is this game exclusive? Is this game exclusive? And right now, that is not my job in regards to ZeniMax. My job is not to sit down and go through their portfolio and dictate what happens. Now, I wanted to talk about that quote because that quote is essentially explaining why we are getting vague answers from Phil Spencer in regards to Bethesda exclusivity to Xbox ecosystem. It is because he can't talk about it. They absolutely have their plan for what they want to do with Bethesda games already done, but legally you can't say that. And why can't he say that? He can't go out and tell people that Bethesda games are going to be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem and then something happens, the deal doesn't go through. It's so big, and sometimes some really huge deals need to be approved by the government, make sure that monopolies don't happen. And so even though they don't foresee any issues happening legally, if something were to not happen and for people to purchase an Xbox with the thought that the Bethesda games will be exclusive to the Xbox platform, and then the deal didn't happen, someone can go to Xbox and go to Phil Spencer and Microsoft and say, hey, you guys lied to me. You guys said that this was exclusive to this ecosystem, that I had to buy an Xbox to play the next Elder Scrolls. And turns out you don't own them, and that's not the truth. And so if everything were to fall through, they need to make sure that they avoid any liability when it comes to that. So they made the announcement in order to bolster the hype for the pre-orders, and it worked. But the reason why they're talking about a case-by-case basis, well, yeah, I don't have to put our Bethesda games on the PlayStation platform in order to make this a worthwhile investment or to make our money back, yada yada yada. He's saying all these things. He's not answering the definitive question of whether these games will or will not be on the PlayStation platform, because he can't. Now, I absolutely 1000% already believe that he's already had those kind of conversations with Todd Howard and Robert Altman, but officially he can't tell us that. And so early 2021, sometime early next year, the deal will be official and we'll know what's what. But until then, this is what we got. Now, I still contend that you're not going to see those games on the PlayStation. I still believe that the only games that from Bethesda that will be on PlayStation 5 are the games that are Deathloop, which was a deal that was already made before this, as well as Ghostwire Tokyo, and expansions, further content on 4 ongoing games like Elder Scrolls Online. That's what you're going to get on PlayStation. Everything else, Starfield, Arkane's new unannounced game, the next Wolfenstein, the next Doom, the next Fallout, and Elder Scrolls, all those will be within only the Xbox ecosystem. And why is that? Because they want to push Game Pass. And for every person that has the opportunity to buy those games on a platform that does not have Game Pass is one less person that's going to sign up for Game Pass. And so that's my video. Let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys feel like Bethesda games will still be on the PlayStation in the future? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, the dislike button if you didn't, it's all good. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Peace.